AskReddit by Ruined Wedding. Men of Reddit, what's something that the ladies are insecure about but you'll actually like? I hope this come out the right way. Height. My wife is not even that tall, but all her friends are 5 feet 2 inches or shorter. She's 5'8" inches, and when I met her she was super insecure about it. We're about the same height, but I really like it. I'm 5 feet 11. Been turned down for being taller than guys plenty of times. Fair enough, people like what they like, but I can't say I've ever dated anyone who said they were attracted to my tallness. Luckily, everyone gets less insecure with age. The older I get, the more I rock the high heels. My MRS has a filthy laugh. She's embarrassed about it, so it only comes out when she really finds something funny. If I could, I'd IV that straight into my veins. Describe this filthy laugh, we must know. I've heard multiple women say they were self-conscious about their veins. Nothing else, just the sight of their normal veins on the surface of their skin. But call me crazy, I like a woman with a vascular system. I strictly like women with vascular systems. What she looks like first thing in the morning. This X1000. If I had to pick a time and place where I feel my wife is the most beautiful she's ever been, it's when I wake up in the morning and she's asleep next to me. I personally don't have a problem with big noses. Deleted. Being silly and fun. This is one of the most attractive things for a true meaningful relationship. Ever hear of marrying your best friend? What's better than being silly and fun? My ex used to say I got the zoomies before bed. And I did do. That is when my inner weirdo gremlin comes out and I need to do weird things. Nothing made him laugh as hard. Even when we were at the very end of our relationship, the zoomies would get him laughing. The silly little sounds and goofy things they say and do randomly throughout the day. Could be singing, or just randomly making sounds, or narrating their actions. It's adorable and heartwarming that they're comfortable enough around you to do it, but if they notice you noticing they get embarrassed, which is also cute AF. It's adorable when guys do that too. 3. My partner says oops whenever she does something wrong in the funniest voice. She's so embarrassed by it, but she has no idea how much it brightens my day. The one I don't get is hiding masking their real laugh. There's nothing more attractive than making a gorgeous woman absolutely lose her shit. The holding the sides, the little snort, it's just too cute. It sucks that some people have made them feel ugly just for expressing themselves. Edit, spelling. I love it when they go full piggy mode. Well, y'all made me realize what a giant arsehole I was dating. Meet a girl like can't even process that these kinda cute guys exist. Their body. My ex would always tell me to stop staring at her while she's naked, for example when she was undressing before going to bed. But for me it had nothing to do with being horny or mostly anything sexual at all. It was simply pure beauty. Like you would look at an art's masterpiece or the moment you reach a mountaintop and enjoy the scenery. Just pure admiration of the beauty, nothing else. Married 20 plus years so far, she's now in her early 50s, and I still love to watch her get naked every night before bed. The little belly paunch most women have, even if they are slim or athletic. Also, no matter what size or shape your boobs are, we like M. Might have preferences, but all boobs are good boobs. I wish she could understand that after a pregnancy and all the changes that come with it, after 20 years of a life that hasn't been easy, after those few extra pounds we both put on, I still see that 19-year-old vixen that caught me checking her out while she was bending over to fix her shoe. She is her, and will forever be her. The woman I fell for in the 2 weeks after we met. The one who supported me while I pursued my dreams. The one who bore my child. The one who makes cute noises when she rolls over in her sleep. The one who grows more beautiful every day. The sensitive, genuine mother. The sexy, naughty partner in crime. The one who, for some reason, thought it was a good idea to choose me. My woman. This one made me tear up. I met my husband when I was 17 and we've been through a hell of a lot in those 23 years. Comfy clothes. Sweats, baggy shirt or one of those spaghetti strap tank tops, no makeup, messy hair. I love that shit so much. Don't get me wrong, when a woman puts in the effort to look good, it's always appreciated and I love the confidence of a woman who knows she looks good, but for that person to be so comfortable with me to just relax, not care what they look like, and just snuggle up snacking and watching movies, that's its own special brand of sexy that, in all honesty, is about on par with being head to toe dolled up. Dolled up is hot because it says I want to look good for you. Lazy day clothes are hot because it says I want to be comfortable with you. I think part of it is that comfy messy is sort of like a behind the scenes VIP experience. Everyone gets to see the show, but only a select few get to see what's behind the curtain. It's about intimacy and honesty, which is damn sexy. If anyone is prone to acne, I always found it to have a totally negligible impact on a girl's attractiveness. That's more of a don't mind than like, though the cliche that imperfection accentuates beauty does often apply. It hurts my soul that acne and another comment on body hair only have 5 likes each. A real size. Some women seem to think that tiny is the ideal. I don't know why. Everything from small to large can look great. Like everything else, it's a case-by-case basis. There is no ideal. I like this comment. Mine were fairly small before kids, but pregnancy definitely changed that feature. I had wanted a breast lift and areola reduction, but after being teased for my breast size by a potential Tinder hookup, I refused to change my pups. They fed my kids and are an excellent filter for jerks. This one gets asked a lot, but hey. I like a nose with that bone that kinda comes out. Hawkish. I like a lil arm hair. I like the squishy part on the back of the arm. Belly I can squeeze. Freckles, some hate their freckles. I mean, you tell me something a woman I'd self-conscious of and I'll tell you I like it. I just like women. Why did I read this like a Dr. Seuss book? Lol. Your face is awesome, please for fuck's sake don't post a picture with shitty filter that makes your face look like shiny blurry wax. Deleted. I fucking love stretch marks. It's like damn girl your skin couldn't handle all that ass. Ass so powerful it can barely be contained. I've seen many ladies being insecure about hip dips or slightly curved jawline, but this thread makes me feel you guys probably don't even notice this stuff, do you? The heck is a slightly curved jawline? Just general aging. My wife is 51 and she's just beautiful as she is. Some women really do get more attractive the older they get. Anytime a woman says she looks terrible, she almost never does. Or they'll point out something I don't even notice and don't even care about after it's brought up. A coworker recently said that. I don't even remember what she was referring to, but she said look at my something. I look awful dart. I gently reassured her, but in my head I thought fucking hell, you're as gorgeous as you always are, just look in a mirror. She's a very nice and beautiful young lady who has a habit of putting a very intricate and sophisticated makeup on her eyes, always smiles, always has a kind or funny thing to say. I don't remember seeing any ugliness in her, and I have no doubt that she steals hearts by dozens even in her worst days. Ladies, we really aren't as harsh on you, especially your bodies, as you think we are. Glasses. Holy shit, women with glasses are beautiful. I'm more self-conscious without glasses than with them, lol. Reading these comments was so eye-opening. Thanks, guys. How did you start to read with your eyes closed, WTF? how they look without makeup. I think I just fell in love with every man that commented here. I was just thinking this. Such a wholesome thread. I've been feeling very insecure about myself lately, but the comments here are so uplifting. Crow's feet are so beautiful when women smile. Also if she has a pet crow. I had an ex who thought her breasts were too small. She didn't like her freckles and she felt she wasn't presentable without makeup. Meanwhile I thought her breasts were perfect. I thought her freckles were sexy and I always felt she looked better without any makeup at all. When she'd say this stuff, like get insecure about the way she looked, I'd try to reassure, but I could tell she always thought I was lying just to try to make her feel better. I definitely wasn't though. You know, with almost 8 billion people on the planet, odds are that nearly every physical attribute you don't like about yourself is exactly the type of enough people to fill at least a small country. My wife has what she'd describe as a mum bod after having our children. If anything, I find her body more attractive now. She gifted me 2 beautiful kids with her body. 3 if you don't calm down, so fucking everything. Stop reading those shitty magazines that make you feel shitty about the most random ass shit about how you look. Men don't read those magazines. We don't give a fuck about your thigh gap or whatever bullshit you are supposed to hate yourself over today. As a woman, I can tell you that men have said some really dumb shit to me about my body. It's not just the magazines. So I'm happy to be able to go through this thread and get some positivity. Can I just say, as an insecure woman, this post is so damn wholesome and makes me feel so much better about so many things. Your eyelashes are fine. No need to put racing spoilers on them. Racing spoilers. Freckles. Women hate them, but I've never heard a man say a bad word about a freckle. I've known my wife since we were 5 years old and I had a crush on her when I was 13. She's a redhead, milky white skin and 10 million freckles. Small boobs. I prefer them to big boobs, but big boobs are also great. Boobs are boobs. 90% of guys are just happy they get to see or touch a pair. I'm not gonna fuck up my opportunity because of size or shape. Nah son. You give me titty, I'll love them no matter how they look. Their natural smell odor. There's something about female sweat that just clicks for me. I guess I'm more susceptible to the ancient genetics of pheromones than others. The way she looks when she's all OMG I look homeless. You actually look totally fine. As a woman reading this, it absolutely warms my heart that there are still good men out there loving the women in their lives the way they are. Thanks for the read, lads. I was waiting to finish reading every single comment before I said this. Guys of this world, spread this link and make your friends GF read the comments. Thanks boys. This entire thread is refreshing to read because we, women, have these awful standards and low self-esteem primarily because of people we have dated. Insecurities don't come from nothing, and reading how just being human and not made up all the time is actually perfectly okay means a lot. As a man, things I've read in our sex or our relationships that men have said to women about their bodies is absolutely appalling, but I've also dated women who had insecurities because their mothers would make comments and give them a complex. It's the same thing about how most men's shame about their penis size actually comes from other men. We just need to start ignoring those shitty external voices. Boob. Many girl insecure with their boob when men actually don't really care. Boob is boob no matter what. Boob is boob no matter what. Tell that to my ex who, and I quote, said, "Look at those saggy tits" when I first sent him a picture of me in a swimsuit. I'm glad men like you exist to counter the trauma. As a woman, reading this thread has made my day. Hearing men appreciate their wives' partners' insecurities has made for a lovely read. Big and interesting noses. Especially aquiline noses. Gorgeous. A friend of mine had a classic Roman nose. It really suited her and she was very beautiful. But when she was a teenager, a boy she liked made fun of her for it and stuck with her for life. She recently had a nose job, which was done really well, but she now struggles to accept her new nose as her. I think she looked better with her own nose because it was distinctive. She's still very good looking, but a little less standout. That lol belly. Preach. Every woman I've been with that has had one has hated it. I honestly find it extremely attractive. Big thighs IDK, like I find thighs so sexy. If my GF for some reason one day will feel insecure about her thighs, I will always say she is sexy and the prettiest girl ever. Their natural hair. Freckles. Deleted. Should have just told her. Stretch marks. To quote the comedian Cat Williams, "Ladies, we don't have time to worry about stretch marks. We know they came from one of two things. Either you were big and got small or you were small and got big. Either way we're fucking." A little body hair can be a huge turn on. Stretch marks, saggy breasts, and cellulite show your humanity. That third boob thing near the armpit with some tank tops is a form of forbidden cleavage and hot as hell. If you're active outdoors, tan lines. Crow's feet when genuinely laughing or smiling. Edit, your labia and nipples look perfect. Not wearing a bra. Kind of specific to black women, but when they wear their hair loose. I work with this woman who usually has her hair in long necro braids or has it braided up, and whenever I see her with her hair loose with no braids I always think she looks so beautiful. The last time I saw her like this, I told her her hair looked really nice. And she acted so surprised and smiled and said it was nothing special, she just hasn't gotten it done yet. And I also don't think braided hair or updos look bad or anything. Just that loose coiled hair is really pretty, but a lot of women with it tend to keep it pulled back or braided at all times. I'm not a POC, but I have naturally curly hair. And it's a bitch. Most of the time the updo or tying it back is about convenience more than anything.